Good morning, April 1st, 2016. Petra here, handing you your DGI brief. Here are my top 5 stories from around the globe, starting with Myanmar. The governing National League for Democracy Party submitted a proposal to Parliament yesterday to create a new position of state advisor for their leader Aung San Suu Kyi. She was barred from becoming Myanmar's president due to a constitutional clause, but should this law be passed, it would ultimately make her the president's boss. Creative. The US. Yesterday, the first day of President Obama's Nuclear Security Summit in Washington, yielded some encouraging commitments from the US, UK, South Korea, Japan, and China to better cooperate on addressing nuclear threats, to reduce their uranium stockpiles and even convert them into life-saving cancer medicine. Uganda. The Ugandan Supreme Court upheld the disputed re-election of President Museveni, who's ruled Uganda for the last 30 years, citing the lack of evidence of fraud and inconsistencies. Meanwhile, the president's main opponent, Kizza Besigye, remains under what the police call preventive detention in his house. Right. Turkey. The Turkish government has been accused of illegally returning thousands of Syrian refugees back to Syria. This is a violation of the international law's principle of non-refoulement, or deporting a refugee to where they will likely face persecution. Amnesty International has documented that Turkey expelled around 100 Syrian refugees each day since mid-January. Turkey denies these allegations. Let's end the week on a positive note in what I call a Good Story Friday. And this week's good story comes from the Central African Republic. MSF, or Doctors Without Borders, is conducting a children's vaccination campaign of an unprecedented scale throughout the Central African Republic. According to official statistics, 1 out of 10 infants under the age of 1 is not fully vaccinated, and the number only worsens as kids get older. Just 13% of the country's children are fully vaccinated. The Central African Republic has been plagued by years of conflict and also severe droughts, leaving almost half of the population in constant need of emergency humanitarian assistance. In such a situation, the risk of epidemics is extremely high, and children are the most vulnerable to die from vaccine-preventable diseases. MSF is conducting this massive vaccination campaign to immunize children under 5 from such diseases like polio, measles, tetanus, hepatitis B, the whooping cough, and strains of pneumonia and meningitis. Thus far, MSF immunized 73,000 children across several regions and continues in the rest of the country. A very good story indeed. MSF is also managing other projects in the Central African Republic and of course around the world. If you'd like to support their work, please visit msf.org. Thank you. And that concludes my Good Story Friday and my top 5. Now, let's get out there and make it a good day. And remember, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.